طيب. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم من همسه ونفخه ونفثه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. رب زدني علما سنقرؤك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى. يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا. يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا. يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا. علمك ما لم تكن تعلم وكان فضل الله عليك عظيما. اللهم افتح علينا فتوح العارفين بحكمتك وانشر علينا وقايتك العظمى ورحمتك الواسعة، وعلمنا ما جهلنا وذكرنا ما نسينا وفهمنا ما درسنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وبارك لنا في علمنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين، بجاه وكرامة من أرسلته رحمة للعالمين محمد ابن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم تسليما آمين. وبعد، المستمعين الكرام، الإخوان والأخوات، الطلاب الأعزاء، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. A very good evening to all of us, wherever we are, listeners and followers, most especially our respected brothers and sisters, students taking this as accredited course. A very good evening from here. Afternoon to those who are in afternoon, morning to those who are in the morning, and compliment of the seasons to those whose region do not or does not experience the alternation of the day. This is yet another series in the series of our Ramadan Special delicacies for this year. For those who are joining for the first time or who will be watching for the first time, this is the book we are reading from. It is called Hidayah. Okay, and in addition to Aqidah to Imam Al-Ghazali, Hidayah, simply translated as the beginning of guidance, or the principles, the basic principle of guidance, or the fundamentals of guidance. Okay, so yesterday we stopped on page 78. We stopped on page 78. We treated Adabu Dukhul al-Khala'i, so the ethics of visiting the toilet, what to say, what to do, how to go, how to exit. So we explained yesterday. So today, insha'Allah wa bihawlihi wa qudratihi, so we are going to start from page 79. We're starting from page 79, and hopefully we're going to end to page 87. We're going to end to page 87. Okay, and that is inshallah. And by the way, okay, because we're not going to rush, we do whatever the time permits and allows us to cover. So then the rest that we could not, then we're going to defer to some other time. All right, inshallah, we're going to start reading from page 79. The practice is we read the text, then we translate it, and then we try to interpret it according to our understanding. Then we buttress it with some other facts uh, or issue that uh, will most likely to arise, inshallah. All right, so now after settling our toilet issues, our uh, necessity issue, easing ourselves, and we have washed our hands and we are outside the toilet, we are out of the toilet. So then the next thing that we'll be discussing today is uh, the preamble for a salat or for any uh, of our daily obligations. And that is none other than adabul wudu, adabul wudu'i, the ethics of uh, purification. Purification, there are many forms of purification. So we have explained some yesterday, okay, by using water in cleaning ourselves or cleansing ourselves, okay, but and some other time by using stones and pebbles and tissues. So that is in cleaning up. Okay, we call it also purification. So this is an wudu is simply translated ablution, 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 ablution. But in a more specific sense, we call it spiritual purification, spiritual purification. Okay, and it is purification because it involves washing, okay, of some parts of our body. It is spiritual because it involves some spiritual elements, okay, and some spiritual recitations, okay, and it has uh, some spiritual backings, okay, so most especially religious. And this wudu is not limited to a religion without others, most particularly and especially all heavenly religion or divine religion, such as Islam, Christianity, uh, and Judaism, and others that belong to that territory. All right, the issue of purification, most especially wudu, before entering to salat or uh, divine engagement and communication with God, is not limited to Islam. It has been there in other, in the previous revealed religion before the advent of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it is only perfected in Islam. It is only perfected in Islam. We have many instances in the Bible and Torah, okay, of purification, most especially when it comes to ablution, okay, the spiritual uh, performance. So we are going to make mention of the general ethics. The general ethics, okay. So Now, adabul wudu, we call it adabul wudu, of the ethics of ablution, of performing ablution. Okay, because ablution is of several types and kinds. We can call this one water ablution, okay, or ritual ablution. Okay, we are going to be talking about ritual bathing later, but we're talking about ablution for now. Okay, a spiritual purification before Salat, most especially. Now, فإذا فرغت من الاستنجاء فلا تترك السواك فإنه مطهرة للفم ومرضاة للرب ومسخطة للشيطان. So when you have perfected your istinja, we discussed istinja yesterday, purifying the private parts from all dirties, from all impurities. Okay, after uh, when we are done with purifying or cleansing our private organs and parts, فَلَا تَتْرُكِ السِّوَاكَ. Do not leave, don't forget to use your siwak. Don't forget using siwak. وَلَا تَتْرُكْ إِسْتِعْمَالَ السِّوَاكِ. Okay, this siwak is an Arabic word that could be translated formally as chewing stick, chewing sticks, chewing sticks or purifying sticks. Okay, uh, uh, perfumed, perfumed purifying stick, siwak. Okay, however, we can refer to as siwak anything that we use to cleanse or clean our mouth. Okay, anything that we use orally for cleansing our mouth, we can replace siwak. But the best form, however, is to use the siwak. So there is this type of siwak, the scented yellowish color, okay, yellowish color scented siwak that is usually used among Muslims. Okay, they call it siwak rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, although this is as reported in several hadith, okay, it is not limited to that kind of siwak alone. So for those who use chewing sticks in their region, chewing stick will also serve the purpose. For those who do not have siwak, as it is called, chewing stick will serve the purpose. For those who do not have siwak and chewing stick, brushing will serve the purpose. Okay, brushing and using what do we call it? The clean paste. Okay, the mouth paste. Okay, the cleaning paste will also serve the purpose. Okay, for those who do not have those, okay, using the fingers will also serve the purpose. Okay, and in some other culture, uh, ashes, okay, white ashes is also used as a form of purifying the teeth and the mouth, okay, to prevent all is to prevent the mouth odors, the odors that come from the mouth, okay, and for those who are accustomed to the gel, the mint gel, or the mouthwash, okay, that could also serve the purpose. The purpose here is to keep the mouth healthy, to keep the mouth scented, okay, ready for the communication with Allah. Okay, فَلَا تَتْرُكِ السِّوَاكَ. Don't forget to use your siwak. فَإِنَّهُ مَطْهَرَةٌ لِلْفَمِّ. It is a cleansing stick. A string is a cleansing a cleansing tool for the mouth, وَمَرْضَاتٌ لِلرَّبِّ, and it pleases the Lord, it pleases God to use it. Okay, مَرْضَاتٌ لِلرَّبِّ, because when our mouth is, when we are not discomforting our neighbors, our colleagues, our fellow, so that also translates to not discomforting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So murdatun li rabbi wa maskhatatun li shaitan. And this angers the Satan, the shaitan, the devil. Okay, so this is talking about the importance of using siwak, importance of cleansing one's mouth. وصلاة بسواك أفضل من 70 صلاة بغير سواك. Okay, according to this book, uh, prayer done after using siwak, after purifying and cleansing one's mouth, is 70 times more valuable, okay, more preferable than a salat that we observe without using siwak. Okay, we repeat, salatun bi siwakin afdal min sab'ina salatan bi ghairi siwakin. Okay, a salat, a prayer that is observed after using siwak is more valuable and more preferable uh, than it is 70 times more preferable than a salat or is a prayer we observed without using siwak. Although this should not be overemphasized, it shouldn't be overemphasized, not to the point of blaspheming others who do not use siwak or carry it in their pocket. Okay, some have the habit, engage in the habit on carrying the siwak in their pocket to the extent that it is easily seen and visible by people. So people see and know that they use siwak. Okay, it is good, but we shouldn't go to the extent that we blasphemize, okay, we kuffurize those who do not use the siwak. It shouldn't be overemphasized. It is good to use. It is not obligatory and it is not haram. It doesn't fall under obligation or prohibition, but it is liked. So the kind of likeness that is rated, that is highly rated among Muslims. Okay, so that is to that, and as simply as that. Okay, not more and not less. Okay, so using siwak, after using siwak, after using siwak, ثم اجلس للوضوء مستقبل القبلة على موضع مرتفع. Any problem? Well, sorry for the interruption. The point we were discussing was the statement "Salatun bisiwakin afdalu min sab'ina salatan bighairi siwak." Uh, Observing a salat, okay, prayer after using siwak is 70 times more valuable or more preferable uh, to a salat that we observe without using siwak. Okay, but we said it shouldn't be uh, overemphasized to the point that we render others who do not use it as uh, non, non-Muslims, or so to say. Okay, so after using siwak, ثم اجلس للوضوء مستقبل القبلة. One of the ethics of performing wudu, a perfect wudu, is when you want to make wudu, sit down. Perform wudu in sitting position. If it is not possible to sit, bend down, okay, bend down, okay, on your knees, on your two legs, and raising up your knees, okay, on your feet and raising up your knees. Okay, ijlis lil wudu, sit down for wudu, okay, get a box, a sitting box, okay, to sit down, or a lower chair to sit down. After sitting down, mustaqbil al-qiblati, then make sure you are facing towards the qibla. Make sure you face, your face is directed towards the qibla. Ala mawdi'in murtafi'in. And when you are making wudu, the place you are sitting at should be a high place, meaning higher than the place where the water falls down to. Kaila yusibaka rashash, so that you don't become wet with the same water that you are using for wudu. Okay, now there are three ethics now. Number one, use siwak before wudu. Okay, using siwak before wudu. Number two is sitting down, being in sitting position. Number three, facing the Qibla. Facing the Qibla, okay. And the fourth one, the place we sit down, or the place we stand or we bend on, should be higher than where the water falls into. Now, after doing that, uh, if we are using the kettle, we place the kettle to the left hand. Kettle, we're using kettle, we place it at the left hand so that we pour the water on our right hand. But if we're using an open bowl, we place the bowl at the right side. At the right side. So for those who don't use kettle and they don't use bowl, they open the water directly. You open the water lightly, not to the maximum capacity. Okay, so then after that, before opening the water, before using the kettle, before putting your hand into the bowl, Kul Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi a'udhu bika min hamazati shayatini wa a'udhu bika Rabbi an yahduruni. So recite this prayer, say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the glorious, the merciful. Rabbi a'udhu bika min hamazati shayatin. O Lord, I seek refuge with you from the grip of the shaitan, from the grip of the devil, from being touched, from being rendered impure by shaitan. وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ رَبِّ أَنْ يَحْضُرُونَ. I seek refuge with you, Allah, from the presence of shaitan. Okay, away from the presence of shaitan. Yani, do not allow shaitan to come to my present. Okay, again, the prayer is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi, a'udhu bika min hamazati shayatin wa a'udhu bika rabbi an yahduruni. If that is too long to be remembered, it is proper, it is enough to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. It is enough to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay? If that is also too long for you, it is enough to say Bismillah. Okay, but it is proper to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, but if that is too, if that is not, you are in rush. Okay, for example, the prayer have started, okay, and you want to rush in making wudu, Bismillah, it's okay. All right. So after reciting the prayer, okay, there is regarding the hadith, the siwak, I remember. So there is an hadith that they quote, they relate to the Prophet, okay, as saying, the Prophet is reported as saying, this hadith is reported through Abu Huraira, all right. He said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لولا أن أشق على أمتي لأمرتهم بالسواك في كل صلاة. Okay, if not for the fear of inconveniencing my ummah, okay, if not for the fear of causing inconvenience, okay, inconvenience to my ummah, لأمرتهم بالسواك في كل صلاة. I would have loved to command them to have siwak, to use siwak before every salat, in all salat. So now, what do we extract? What is the what we get from this hadith is that siwak is important. It is lovable. It is likable. Okay, but it is not. It doesn't fall under imperation. It doesn't fall under imperation. Okay, it is an encouragement. An encouragement. So, and also under this hadith, it is not imperative that we must use siwak at every salat. Okay, for the clear hadith, لأمرتهم بالسواك في كل صلاة لولا أن أشق على ummati. Okay, so because if that will cause inconvenience, okay, so it is not imperative. So that is just to say that. In another hadith, it says, "Umirtu bis siwaki hatta khashitu an yuktabu alayya." So I was encouraged. This is umirtu. I was encouraged to engage in using siwak. I even thought I was afraid that it would be made compulsory on me, but it was not. It was not made compulsory. So that means it is not compulsory, but it is lovable and likable, and it is highly encouraged. Okay, so after saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Rabbi a'udhu bika min hamazati shayatin wa a'udhu bika Rabbi an yahdurun. After saying that, then اغسل يديك ثلاثا قبل أن تدخلهما الإناء. So if you are using bowl, to make wudu, so wash your hand 3 times. Wash your hands with your palms. Okay. So the way to wash it. So some people explain that you have to wash it one by one, each one separately. Wash the right palm 3 times, okay, separately, and then you wash the left palm separately 3 times. Okay, use the left to wash the right 3 times. Use the right to wash the left 3 times. Okay, so that is one explanation. Another explanation says you may actually wash both hands together 3 times. Okay, rubbing each other against each other, using each other to wash at the same time. Okay, 3 times without necessarily separating the washing. Okay, so it is okay. All right, it is okay anyway. So before entering your hands into the bowl, wash your hands 3 times. Okay, and if you are using the tap, if you are using the tap, you may also uh, endeavor to use your left hand to open the tap, then take the amount of water that you're going to use, close the tap, then use that water to wash your hand 3 times. Okay, so before you start, ثم اغسل يديك, wash your hands 3 times before you start. But if you are using the kettle, okay, that may not be necessary. Okay, just start your wudu directly, because you are not using your hand to, you are not dipping your hand into the kettle. So washing your hand, you say Allahumma. Okay, there is all parts of the wudu. You have recitations and supplications that you make. So while washing your hand, you say Allahumma inni as'aluka al-yumna wal barakata wa a'udhu bika min ash-shu'mi wal halakati. Okay. Allahumma, oh Allah, inni as'aluka al-yumna wal baraka. I ask you blessing. Okay, yumna and baraka could actually translate to blessing. Okay, blessing. Okay, sustenance. Okay, sufficient. Okay, I ask you yumna as sufficiency and baraka and blessing. وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنَ الشُّؤْمِ وَالْحَلَكَةِ. I seek refuge from you, with you, from being stingy, from stinginess and uh, halaka, and engaging in destruction. Okay, so we repeat. So you recite, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-yumna wal baraka. Oh Allah, I ask you of uh, blessing and uh, sustenance and sufficiency. وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنَ الشُّؤْمِ وَالْهَلَكَةِ. I seek refuge with you from stinginess and uh, destroyers. Okay, so Allahumma inni as'aluka al-yumna wal barakata wa a'udhu bika min ash-shumi wal halaka. Thumma anwi raf al-hadathi aw istibahat as-salat. So then you make intention, anwi, make intention, raf al-hadathi, okay, either intention of removing dirties from yourself, from your body, or the intention of making the wudu for salat. Okay, so or you can combine the two. So by saying, for example, inni nawaitu bihadha al-wudu'i raf'a al-hadath an jami' al-jasad muwafaqatan bi salati kadha. For example, salati subhi, salati dhuhr. Okay. Allahumma inni nawaitu. Oh Allah, I intend with this wudu, bihadha al-wudu, with this wudu, raf'a al-hadath an jami' al-jasad. Okay. Taking off dirty from my whole body, muwafaqatan bi salat kada. Okay, in addition to making or performing salat of so, for example, mention the name of salat. If it is subhi, zuhri, or azan, or whatever it is. Okay, so after the intention, ولا ينبغي أن تعصب نيتك قبل غسل الوجه. Okay, فلا يصح وضوءك. Okay, so don't make the intention, don't utter the intention, don't say the intention before washing your face. Okay, meaning to say, la yasihu wudu'aka. Okay, the wudu is not perfect. Okay, if the niyyah is uttered before washing the face. So meaning to say, the perfect time, for the most accurate time for saying the intention of wudu is while washing your face, while washing the face. Okay. ولا ينبغي أن تعزب نيتك قبل غسل الوجه. Okay. it is not proper that you execute your intention before washing your face. وَلَا يَصِحُ وُضُوءَكَ. So this will render your wudu invalid. Okay, next to that, ثُمَّ خُذْ غَرْفَةً لِفِيكَ وَتَمَضْمَضْ بِهَا ثَلَاثًا. Okay, then take a handful of water. غَرْفَةً مِنَ الْمَاءِ. Okay, take a handful of water. لِفِيكَ. Fi is the same as fami, لِفَمِكَ. So take a handful of water to your mouth. وَتَمَضْمَضْ بِهِ. So ثَلَاثًا. So rinse the mouth with that water 3 times. Okay, so there is there are discussions among scholars with the using of the usbah of the fingers. Okay, whether we can use finger to clean the mouth or we cannot use finger. Okay, so all in all, it is better to use the fingers, most particularly if we have not used siwak. For those who have used siwak before, so they can, it's just enough to use the water to gargle and to rinse the mouth and pour it out. Okay, but even if we have used siwak, it is also not bad using. It is also acceptable using the fingers to wash the mouth. وبالغ في رد الماء إلى الصمة إلا أن تكون صائما. Try to make sure the water approaches the throat. Okay, try to make sure the water approaches towards the throat before you pour it out. Okay, unless and if you are fasting. During fasting, you don't do that because mistakenly water might pass through the throat and goes into your stomach, thereby invalidating your fasting. Okay, so when you are washing your mouth, وَقُلْ اللَّهُمَّ أَعِنِّي عَلَى تِلَاوَةِ كِتَابِكَ وَكَثْرَةِ الذِّكْرِ لَكَ وَثَبِّتْنِي بِالْقَوْلِ الثَّابِتِ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ. So while washing the mouth, recite this prayer, this supplication. Say, Allahumma, O Allah, a'inni ala tilawati kitabika. Assist me, help me, make it convenient for me. Recitation of your book, okay, Quran. Okay, make recitation of Quran convenient for me, easy for me. وَكَثْرَةِ الذِّكْرِ لَكَ. Make it easy for me to remember you. Help me, assist me to remember you always. وَثَبِّتْنِي بِالْقَوْلِ الثَّابِتِ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ. And make me firm, okay? Make me firm, keep me firm with firm statements in life and in the hereafter. What is the call thabit? Kalimat shahada. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Wathabitni, keep me firm, okay, assure me of the kalimat shahada while I'm here in the dunya, alive, and in the hereafter. Okay, so that is the prayer, the supplication you make when washing the mouth. So the next step is al-istinshaq wal-istinshar. Okay, inhaling and exhaling water. Okay, ثم خذ غرفة لأنفك. Okay, then after that, take a handful of water for your nose. واستنشق بها ثلاثا. So inhale the water gently. Inhale the water gently and slowly 3 times. واستنثر بها ما في الأنف من رطوبة. And exhale it. Okay, exhale it also 3 times. Okay, blow out the dirt in the nose, in the nostril 3 times. Okay, وَقُلْ فِي الْإِسْتِنْشَاقِ. While inhaling the mouth. Okay, while inhaling the mouth, the water, while sniffing in the water, in istinshaq, say this, recite this prayer. Say, Allahumma arihni ra'ihata li jannati wa anta anni radin. Allahumma أرحني رائحة الجنة وأنت عني راضٍ. O Allah, uh, give me the benefit of smelling. Okay, make me smell, give me the benefit of smelling the odor of the Jannah, wa anta anni radin, why you are pleased with me. Okay, why you are pleased with me. Okay, simply, oh Allah, allow me and permit me to smell the odor of Jannah. Okay, and be pleased with me. That is when you are sniffing in the water during istinshaq. During istinthar, when you are exhaling, when you are blowing out the water, recite this prayer and say, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min rawaihi nari wa min su'i dari. Say, O Allah, I seek refuge with you from the smells of the hellfire. وَمِنْ سُوءِ الدَّارِ, I seek refuge with you from the evil house, from the hellfire. Okay, again, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min rawaihi nari wa min su'i dari. So after inhaling and exhaling the water, okay, ثم خذ غرفة لوجهك. The next step is washing your face. Okay, okay, take handful of water to wash your face. فاغسل بها من مبتدأ تسطيع الجبهة إلى منتهى ما يقبل من الذقن في الطول ومن الأذن إلى الأذن في الأرض. Okay, وأوصل الماء إلى موضع التحذيف وهو ما يعتاد النساء تنهية الشعر عنه. Okay, so after that, خذ غرفة لوجهك, take a handful of water to wash your face. Okay, to wash your face. فاغسل بها من مبتدأ تسطيح الجبهة إلى منتهى. So start washing from the forehead, from the beginning of the ear. Okay, in the forehead, من تسطيح الجبهة, from the forehead, from the top of the head, إلى منتهى ما يقبل من الذقن في الطول. Okay, to the end of the chin, to the end, to below of your chin. Okay, from the forehead on the top, okay, in height, in length, towards the below chin. Okay, then also min al udhni ila al udhni fil abdi. In width, you wash from one ear to the ear, or to the second one, from the right ear towards the left ear. وأوصل الماء إلى موضع التهذيف. Okay, so you make sure the water covers all places, all places all the places that is covered with air. Okay, so وهو ما يعتاد النساء تنهية شعر عنه. Okay, so this area is usually wherever it is rubbed, wherever it's rubbed or covered in the face. Okay, ما بين رأس الأذن إلى زاوية الجبين. Okay, so this is in between the ear of the ear of the ear, the hair, okay, that is in the ear, okay, ila dawiyati al-jabini, okay, towards the behind, the behind of what, of the below the ear, okay, from the ear to the below of the hair, okay, to watch the whole cycling space, okay, in circular order. Okay, so make sure it is all covered. Ani ma yaqa'u minhu fi jihati al-wajhi. Okay, so that is to say anything that is involving the face, everywhere where the content of the face is located. وأوصل الماء إلى منابت الشعور الأربعة. Okay, and make sure water touches all the ear roots, the four ear roots. Okay, the the first one, the forehead, the second one, the chin, the third one, the right ear, the fourth one, the left ear. Okay, make sure water touches all the manabit ash-shu'ur al-arba'a. Okay, all uh, the 4 points through which ear grows. Okay, al-hajibani, wal-sharibani, wal-ahdab, wal-idharani. Okay, وهما ما يوازي الأذنين من مبتدأ اللحية. Okay, so such as, okay, also involved is the eyelids, okay, all places that has ear. Okay, the hajibani, the eyelids, so the sharibani, the mustache, okay, and the mustache and the what do we call it? So this is mustache, and this we call lihya. Okay, so the beard, we put the mustache and the beard. Okay, wal ahdabu wal azarani. Okay, and the cheeks. Okay, all the places that. Okay, وهما ما يوازي الأذنين من مبتدأ اللحية. Okay, starting from the place where beard grows. ويجب إيصال الماء إلى منابت اللحية الخفيفة دون الكثيفة. And it is important that we make sure water touches the root of the hair, the skin of the hair, okay, the root of the hair of our mustache, of our beard, for those whose beard is light, okay, as mine, okay. So for those who have light beards, so make sure you soak the beard with water. The beard is soaked in water. But for those whose beard are thick, okay, much and thick, okay, it is enough to wipe over it, okay. So not necessarily, it's okay. So duna al kathifa. So after that, when washing the face, okay, you also say this, recite this supplication. Kul inda ghasl al-wajhi. Say while washing the face, say Allahumma bayyid wajhi binurika yawma tabyaddu wujuhu awliyaika wa la tusawwid wajhi bizulumatika yawma taswaddu wujuhu a'daika. Okay, while washing your face, you recite the prayer saying, Allahumma bayyid wajhi binurika. O Allah, enlighten my face, lighten up my face with your light. Yawma tabyaddu wujuhu awliyaika. In the day that you lighten up the faces of your preferred ones, of your awliya, of your pious ones. وَلَا تُسَوِّدْ وَجْهِي بِظُلُمَاتِكَ. O Allah, do not darken my face with the darkness, with your darkness. يَوْمَ تَسْوَدُّ وُجُوهُ أَعْدَائِكَ. The day, during the day, okay, in the day when you darken the faces of those who have disbelieved in you, of your enemies. Okay. وَلَا تَتْرُكْ تَخْلِيلَ اللِّحْيَةِ الْكَفَّةِ. Okay. So for the lihya that are thick, don't forget to comb them. Comb the lihya that are thick. Okay. If there is no comb, you can use the fingers to 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 this to to comb it. Okay, you can use the finger to lighten it, to penetrate water in between. Okay, so after that, after the face, ثم اغسل يدك اليمنى ثم اليسرى. Wash your right arm 3 times, and wash your left arm 3 times to the elbow. Okay, to the elbow. Okay, but There are some hadiths, most especially that quoted from Muwatta ibn Malik. So when it is quoted as Man arada an yazida ghurratahu falyaf'al, anyone who wants to increase his lighting place, his bright place, should do so. Meaning, so it is to the elbow, but if you want to wash above the elbow, it's also uh, allowed, no problem. Okay. ثم اغسل يدك اليمنى ثم اليسرى ثلاثا. Wash your right and the left hands 3 times, each 3 times each. مع المرفقين إلى أنصاف العضدين. Okay. So you wash the mirfaqaini, so the two arms, okay, towards the adudaini, okay, towards the al-adud is this place is where we call adud, the muscle place, okay, the muscle place, towards the muscle place, okay, so you could wash it towards, and some unanimously we stop at the elbow. فإن الحلية في الجنة تبلغ موادع الوضوء. Okay, but because the ornaments of the Jannah, okay, that we use in the Jannah, that Allah blesses people with in the Jannah, it reaches up to all places of wudu, meaning all parts that we engage in wudu. While washing your right hand, say this supplication: Allahumma a'tini kitabi biyamini wa hasibni hisaban yasiran. O Allah, give me my record, my report card. Okay, in the day of judgment, give me with my right hand. Let me receive my record with my right hand. وَحَاسِبْنِي حِسَابًا يَسِيرًا, and make my account an easy one. Okay, render me accountable easily and simply. وَقُلْ إِنْدَ غَسْلِ الشِّمَالِ, while washing your left hand, recite this prayer also. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika an tu'tiyani kitabi bishimali aw min wara'i dhahri. O Allah, I seek refuge with you from receiving my record with my left hand, or through my back. Meaning, O Allah, I seek refuge from you or with you from receiving my account and my record with left hand, or from behind my back. Because it is believed that those who receive with their right hand, okay, so their isab is yasiran and they are pleased with, and those who receive with left hand, they are going to their isab is isaban asiran, so they have received a very tough account. Okay, so after that, okay, after washing the two hands, ثم استوعب رأسك بالمسح بأن تبل يديك وتلصق رؤوس أصابعك اليمنى باليسرى وتضعهما على مقدمة الرأس وتمرهما إلى القفا ثم تردهما إلى المقدمة. Okay, فهذه مرة تفعل ذلك ثلاثا وكذلك في سائر الأعضاء. Okay, ثم استوعب رأسك بالمسح. Okay, then next you have to wipe your head. Wipe your head. Remember, not wipe your hair. Okay, some people are fond of just touching the front of the head, the ear, like this, just like this. No, it's not proper. So it says, "Istaw'ib ra'saka bil mashi." Okay, engage your head, wash your head. Okay, wipe your head. Okay, bi anta bulla yadeka. How do you do that? Wet your hand. Okay, wet your hand with water. Wet your hand with water. وَتُلْصِقَ رُؤُوسَ أَصَابِعِكَ, and you join the tip of your fingers. Okay, your fingertips, you join them together. Wet your hand with water. Join your fingertips. Okay, al-yumna bil-yusra, the right with the left. Okay, وَتَضَعَهُمَا عَلَى مُقَدِّمَةِ الرَّأْسِ. So place them on the forehead. place them on the forehead, okay, وَتُمِرُّهُمَا إِلَى الْكَفَّ, and you pass them towards the back head, okay, from the forehead towards the back of the head. ثُمَّ تَرُدَّهُمَا إِلَى الْمُقَدِّمَةِ, then you return them back the same way back to the forehead. This is one time. فَهَذِهِ مَرَّةٌ, this is one time. So you do this 3 times. Okay? Do this 3 times. Soak your hand with water, join your fingers together, so then you use both of them to wipe from the fore to the back and backward to the left. From the back to the what? To the front. Okay? Do this 3 times. Okay, so and doing it 3 times is also applicable to all parts of the wudu. Okay, when you are washing, you take water separately 3 times for your mouth, for your nose, for your face, for your hand. Okay, وَقُلْ اللَّهُمَّ غَشِّنِي بِرَحْمَتِكَ. Okay, when you are washing your head, when you are wiping your head, okay, you say, Allahumma gashini bi rahmatika wa anzil alayya min barakatika wa azillani tahta zilli arshika yawma la zilla illa dhilluka. Allahumma harrim sha'ri wa bashari ala nari. Recite the prayer saying, Allahumma gashini bi rahmatika. Oh Allah, encompass me, cover me up with your rahmah, with your mercy. Wa anzil alayya min barakatika, descend upon me your blessing. Okay, send your blessings upon me. Wa azillani tahta arshika, cover me, put me under the shade of your throne. Adillani tahta zilli arshika. Okay, let me belong, okay, under the shade of your throne. Put me under the shade of your throne. Yawma la dhilla illa dhilluka. On the day when there will be no other shade except the shade of your throne. Allahumma harrim sha'ri wa bashari ala nar. O Allah, prohibit my hair and my skin from the hellfire. Meaning, O Allah, save me from hellfire. So that is the prayer you say and recite while wiping your head. Now, after that, ثم امسح أذنيك ظاهرهما وباطنهما بماء جديد. Okay, then you need to wipe your ears. Okay, wipe your ears, your 2 ears, both the outer and the inner, both the inner and the outer. Okay, bima'in jadid, with new water each time. Okay, وأدخل مسبحتيك في سماخي أذنيك. Use your 2 musabbihateka, musabbiha, the finger that you use in tasbih, in atayya, in making at-tahiyatu lillah. These are what we call musabbihateka. Okay, the 2 fingers, okay, this is as-sababa, the 2 fingers that you use, the finger that you use in licking soup. Okay, so use your 2 fingers, fi simakhay udunayka, use the 2 fingers in the 2 holes, of your ears. Wamsa zahiran zahira udunayka, okay, bibatini ibhamatika, okay, and use your thumb to rinse, to wipe the outer part, and use the musabbaha, the finger, to wash the inner, okay, the inner part. Okay, you have this, then you use the thumb to wash the outer, so use this to rinse the inside. Okay, 3 times each. Okay, وَقُلْ اللَّهُمَّ اجْعَلْنِي مِنَ الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. اللهم asmi'ni munadi al-jannati ma'al abrari. Okay, why wiping your ear? By doing that, you recite this supplication saying, اللهم اجعلني من الذين يستمعون القول فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. O Allah, make me of those who listens who listen to your words, who hears your word, فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ, and they follow and obey the best of it. Make me of those who listens, who hears, and make use of those the best of what they hear. Allahumma asmini munadi al-jannata mu'al abrar. Oh Allah, accompany me with those, okay, who hears the caller of the Jannah. Okay, oh Allah, make me hear, allow me to hear the caller to the Jannah along with the companions, okay, in the company of the righteous ones. Okay, so then after that, ثم imsa رقبتك. Okay, wash your neck. Okay, wipe your neck. Okay, so okay, this is disputed among some scholars. Okay, they say it is not necessary, you don't have to single out your neck out. Okay, so however, while wiping your feet, while washing your face, you may extend it towards the neck, or while wiping your head, you may extend it towards your neck. Okay, or while wiping your ear, you may extend it, but here, so it is singled out. Okay, so summa imsa rakabataka, so wipe your neck. وَقُلِ اللَّهُمَّ, and say this prayer, Allahumma fukka raqabati minan nari wa a'udhu bika minas salasil wal aghlal. O Allah, untie my neck from the shackle of the hellfire. Wa a'udhu bika minas salasil wal aghlal. I seek refuge with you, Allah, away from the prisons, from the handcuffs, okay, from the iron ropes of the hellfire. Okay. Then after that, ثم اغسل رجلك اليمنى ثم اليسرى مع الكعبين. Okay, and wash your right leg and the left leg towards the ankles, okay, towards the ankles. Okay, you have to use your hand to wash it. And there are some people are fond of just opening the water and spreading water on the legs and just forget about it. No, that is not the proper way. So you, when you are using kettle, you use the right hand to pour the water, then you use the left hand to wash it. Okay, so and while washing it, wash in between the toes, the finger toes. Wash in between the toes, and if there is any cow, if there's any skin rolling over each other, stretch the skin and make sure that water comes in there. Okay. وخلل بخنصر اليد اليسرى أصابع رجليك اليمنى. Okay. Use the fingers of the left hand. Okay, the fingers of the left hand, use it to open the toes of the right leg. مبتدئا من خنصرها, starting from the smallest toe, حتى تختم بخنصر اليسرى, until the other left small toe. Okay, وتدخل الإصبع من أسفل. Okay, use your fingers to wash the under the toes. Okay, from the underneath the toes. Okay, so make sure everywhere is clean. Wakul, while washing your leg, okay, say, okay, while washing your right leg, okay, say, Allahumma thabbit qadamayya, okay, thabbit qadamayya ala sirati yawma tazillu al-aqdamu fin nari. Oh Allah, thabbit qadamayya, make my two legs to be firm ala sirati, on the sirat path, on the slim path. يَوْمَ تَزِلُّ الْأَقْدَامُ فِي النَّارِ, on the day when legs will be failing and falling into the hellfire. O Allah, make my legs to be firm. وَكَذَلِكَ تَغْسِلُ الْيُسْرَ وَتَقُولُ. So that is what you say when you wash the right leg. So when you wash the left leg, the same thing you say, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika an tazilla qadami ala sirati yawma tazillu aqdamul munafiqina. Oh Allah, I seek refuge with you from having my legs falling, okay, shaking on the path, the day the legs of the hypocrites will be shaking and falling into the hellfire. Okay? So, وارفع الماء إلى أنصاف الساقين وراء التكرار ثلاثا في جميع أفعالك. Okay? Make sure water ارفع الماء إلى أنصاف الساقين. Okay? So make water to touch your what do we call it? Your what do we call it? Your leg, the upper of the ankle, okay, the shackle, okay, the shank, okay, the shank, okay. Let water touch your shank, the shank, okay. So above your ankle, okay. وراء التكرار ثلاثا في جميع أفعالك, and make sure all your actions and all the parts of the wudu are repeated three times each. فإذا فرغت من الوضوء فقل أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Okay, عبده ورسوله. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت عملت سوءا وظلمت نفسي أستغفرك وأتوب إليك فاغفر لي وتب علي إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. Okay, after finishing the washing of your leg, after finishing wudu, so recite this supplication as well. Say, Allahumma ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. I bear witness that there is no one, no deity, no one worthy of worship except Allah. Wahdahu la sharika lah. There is no affinity, there is no associate to his oneness. Okay, wahdahu la sharika lah. He is one and only, there is no associate to him. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. I equally bear witness that Muhammad is the servant of Allah and the messenger of Allah. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Glory be to you, O my Lord. Wa bihamdika. Praise be to you. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. I also I affirm that there is none except you. There is none worthy of being worshipped except you. Amiltu zu'an. I have wronged myself. I have done things that are wrong. وَظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي. I have been unjust to myself. Okay, عَمِلْتُ سُوءًا. I have engaged in evil acts. وَظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي. And I have wronged myself. I have been unjust to myself. أَسْتَغْفِرُكَ. I seek your forgiveness. وَأَتُوبُ إِلَيْكَ. And I repent unto you. فَاغْفِرْ لِي. O Allah, forgive me. وَتُبْ عَلَيَّ. And accept my repentance. Innaka anta tawwabu ar-rahim. For you, for most surely, you are the most one who accepts repentance and the most merciful to those who have repented. Allahumma ij'alni min at-tawwabina waj'alni min al-mutatahhirina waj'alni min ibadika as-salihina waj'alni saburan shakuran waj'alni adhkuraka dhikran kathiran wa usabbihuka bukratan wa asilan. The prayer continues, O Allah, ij'alni minat tawwabin. Make me one of those who are quick to return to you, who submit to you submissively. Waj'alni minal mutatahhirina. Okay, the first one also, make me of those who are quick in repenting to you. Waj'alni minal mutatahhirin. And make me of those who are keen on being pure or engaging in purity. Waj'alni min ibadika salihin. O Allah, make me of your pious, of your righteous servants. Waj'alni saburan shakura. O Allah, make me calm, make me patient, make me praiseworthy. Okay, make me praiseful. Okay, allow me to appreciate your kindness. Waj'alni adhkuruka dhikran kathiran, and make me of those who remembers you a lot. Okay, who remembers you a lot. Wa usabbihuka bukratan wa asilan, and make me of those who glorifies you. Okay, who glorifies you. Make me one who glorifies you day and night. Okay, faman qara'a hadhihi ad-da'awat fi wudu'ihi. Okay, anyone who recites these supplications during his wudu, kharajat jami'u khatayahu min a'da'ihi. All his mistakes and errors and sins will be out, will exit his body, all the parts of the wudu. وَخُتِمَ عَلَى وُضُوئِهِ بِخَاتَمٍ, and a stamp will be rendered on his wudu. Okay, وَخُتِمَ عَلَى وُضُوئِهِ بِخَاتَمٍ. Okay, the angels, the malaika, will stamp and grant his wudu. وَرُفِعَ لَهُ تَحْتَ الْعَرْشِ, and his wudu, the reward of his wudu will be established and recorded under the throne of Allah. فَلَا يَزَالُ يُسَبِّحُ اللَّهَ تَعَالَى وَيُقَدِّسُهُ وَيُكْتَبُ لَهُ ثَوَابُ ذَلِكَ إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. And his wudu will continue, okay, لَا يَزَالُ, would not cease, would not stop, يُسَبِّحُ اللَّهَ, glorifying Allah, وَيُقَدِّسُهُ, and glorifying Allah, okay, appreciating Allah, وَيُكْتَبُ لَهُ ثَوَابُ ذَلِكَ, and the reward of that glorification of the wudu will be established for the person, will be continuously written for the person ila yawm al-qiyamah, until the day of judgment. وَاجْتَنِبْ فِي وُضُوئِكَ سَبْعًا, while performing your wudu, avoid these 7 habits. Number 1, لا تنفض يديك فترش الماء. Okay, لا تنفض يديك, don't shake your hands, okay, in order to spread, to dry off your hand. Okay, لا تنفض يديك فترش الماء. So don't shake, avoid shaking your hand to get rid of the water. ولا تلتم وجهك ورأسك بالماء لتم. Don't slap your own face, okay? Don't slap your face and head with water, like just taking water, slapping your face with it, okay? Putting it, pouring it on your face without washing. Some people are keen, are fond of doing that. That is not the proper way, okay? Avoid splashing your face with water and avoid splashing your head with water, okay? Number 3, وَلَا تَتَكَلَّمْ فِي أَثْنَاءِ الْوُضُوءِ. Avoid talking too much while making wudu, because you need to concentrate on all these supplications. وَلَا تَتَكَلَّمْ فِي أَثْنَاءِ الْوُضُوءِ. Do not talk while making wudu. وَلَا تَزِلْ. Number 4, وَلَا تَزِلْ فِي الْغَسْلِ عَلَى 3 مرات. Don't increase. Okay, don't wash more than 3 times. Okay, لا تزد في الغسل. Don't increase in washing على 3 مرات, more than 3 times. That is to say, don't wash your parts of the wudu more than 3 times. ولا تكثر صب الماء من غير حاجة. Don't use too much of water. That is, وَلَا تُكْثِرْ صَبَّ الْمَاءِ. Don't maximize the using of water min ghairi hajat, without need. Don't unnecessarily maximize the usage of water. Don't use too much of water. Don't waste water, in other words. Okay? وَلَا تُكْثِرْ صَبَّ الْمَاءِ مِنْ غَيْرِ حَاجَةٍ. We are fond of this. Although we are people of water, okay, people who use water, but we shouldn't overuse it. We shouldn't waste water. Okay? We shouldn't be extravagant in our usage of water. Okay? بِمُجَرَّدِ الْوَسْوَسَةِ. Okay? By merely don't overuse water by merely just wanting to waste it. Okay. Mhm. And was okay. Okay, so avoid waswasa, avoid uh, thoughtful engagements, thinking too much about engaging on evil thought while making wudu. Okay, falil muwaswasina shaytanu yadhaku bihim yuqalu lahu al-walahan. Those who are not balanced during their wudu, those who are engaged in evil thought while making wudu, so they have a shaitan. They are accompanied with a shaitan, yadhaku bihim, that laughs on them, that makes jest of them. Yuqalu lahu, the name of that shaitan is al-walahan. Al-walahan, okay, the one who disengage people while doing righteous act. وَلَا تَتَوَضَّأْ بِالْمَاءِ الْمُشَمَّسِ. Okay, and in addition to that, don't make wudu bilma il mushammas, with water that was that was exposed to sunlight. In other words, this could also be, don't make wudu with hot water. Okay, wala min al awani as-sufriya. And if you are using a bowl or kettle, don't use a kettle with yellowish color and golden color. Yes, yellowish color. Okay, if you are using bowl, don't use yellowish color. Okay, if you are using kettle, the same way. Okay, فهذه السبعة مكروهة في الوضوء. So these are 7 things that are disliked in making wudu. Mind you, they are disliked, but if happenstance, okay, by happenstance, you come to use it without conscience, okay, unconsciously, it doesn't spoil or render your wudu invalid. Okay, فهذه السبعة مكروهة في الوضوء. So these were the 4, and these were the 7 prohibited or disliked habits in while making wudu. وفي الخبر أن من ذكر الله تعالى عند وضوئه طهر الله جسده كله ومن لم يذكر الله لم يطهر منه إلا ما أصاب الماء. So okay, in one of the narration, okay, hadith, okay, it is quoted that من ذكر الله تعالى عند وضوئه, anyone who remembers Allah during his wudu, meaning engaging in all the previously mentioned supplications, okay, so tahharallahu jasadahu, or at least making the pronouncement of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim at the beginning of his wudu, at least, okay. So anyone who does that, keeping in mind the remembrance of Allah throughout, tahharallahu jasadahu kullahu, Allah will purify and cleanse the entire body, his entire body. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَذْكُرِ اللَّهَ, the one who does not mention Allah, at least did not say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and kept being carried away during his wudu, لم يطهر منه إلا ما أصاب الماء. So there will not the body will not be purified. Okay, no part of his body will be purified except ma asaba limau, except the places that were touched by water alone. Okay, only that place. Okay, so you see the places that water touches in our places of wudu are so small compared to the whole body. So let's endeavor to mentioning at least Bismillah Rahman Rahim and engaging in those supplications throughout our wudu in order to have our whole body purified and cleansed and to gain more reward of our wudu. Inshallah. أقول قولي هذا وبالله أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين. Okay, this is where we are going to stop today. Alhamdulillah, we are able to end the whole discussion about al-wudu from page 79 until page 87. Inshallah, we meet again with yet another session tomorrow بإذن نستكفي بهذا القدر والكفاية حتى نلتقي غدا بإذن الله وبالله التوفيق والهداية والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Sister Nurul Amira, thank you for joining the session. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ustad.
Alhamdulillah, thank you for your time. Jazakumullah khairan.
Afwan.
Allah.